There we go. Oh, it's so much lighter. Like it feels lighter. It's almost creepy. All right, you ready? I wanted to preface this section by saying, talking about the steering and the lightness. The steering was very loose on the bike, which helps give that illusion that the bike is really lightweight. When you started moving, the steering felt heavier. Parking lot maneuvers were a little bit more difficult. The Pan America requires more steering input and more concentration on counter steering than my V-Strom. It could be that I'm used to the V-Strom and feel more comfortable moving around it, moving my shoulders, arms, and whatnot. The Pan America is very well balanced, so it really feels light at a standstill. It was easy to pull off the side stand. My V-Strom leans way over. It's kind of a bear to move, but once you start moving, you really do feel the gyroscopic effects of the 1250cc engine. Bigger wheels, bigger flywheel, bigger brakes. All that stuff just has that gyroscopic effect. It takes a little bit more effort and a little, more input when you're steering. This part of Route 1 has a lot of bumps on it, and I was running the bike in normal mode. It was soaking it up. Most of the bumps it was soaking up. I did turn it into sport mode, and it did get a lot more rigid. You feel the bumps more. It was a little more disruptive, but the normal mode was really nice for touring and that touring style. I'm coming up to a corner here, turn down the road. I wanted to see how it felt going through the corner. A normal clip I would go through with my V-Strom. I did not have this bike in the correct gear. I was probably in second, which is what I would normally do in my V-Strom. This one's just a little notchy when you let off and go back on the throttle. That's probably something that can be tuned. I was not really expecting it. It actually took me a little bit by surprise. But you can see my reaction. It's a beautiful country lane. It's a lot of fun. It's old Route 100 in Chadford, Pennsylvania. It is always full of cars. Always full of antique cars, bicyclists. It is not a road to speed on. You just gotta take your time. Here you see me start to weave back and forth. A lot of racers do this to get heat in their tires. Track day guys weave back and forth, get a little bit of heat in the tire before they get on the track. I do it purely for relieving tension. I find that it helps me loosen up. The other thing I do to loosen up is I flap my arms up and down like I'm doing chicken dance. It loosens up your upper body, loosens up your arms. It takes your mind off of whatever is, creating the tension. So that's one of the things I do.
Oh, it's fast. Oh my goodness. What's that?
Is it water cooled?
Yeah, that's a water-cooled bike. So this is a brand new-ish engine for Harley.
Okay.
There's a stick in the road. Yeah. Oh, here's Dillerson Cottonville in. Check to see if they're open.
It's just in my mind, but for now that is fine, 'cause I'm already there. I'm already there. It may take some time, but we'll leave this behind.
Right. A ride height adjustment. So when you come up to stop signs, the rear suspension lowers, so you can flat foot it. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I got both feet and they're a little bent.
Here I decided to do a little low-speed maneuvers in the parking lot. It was a little heavy steering. It wasn't as flickable as the V-Strom in parking lot. It wasn't bad. I was also a little nervous. That's not my bike. Low-speed maneuvering, can be tricky. But it felt really good. It was not bad. It just, with the gyroscopic effect and everything being heavier in the bike, because it's so much bigger, so much more power. You'll have that. Here we are pulling back in and returning the bike. Here I am parking, putting neutral, trying to find the cutoff switch. It was really easy to do. I did have a hard time finding the kickstand. It is in front of the operator's pegs. I'm used to it being behind it, but not a big deal. Just little note.
Oh, I gotta hit start again. Yep. Okay. Oh. Oh.
I want to give a big shout out to Hannum or Brandywine Harley Davidson. Those guys were really nice. Terry, the sales guy, was awesome. You know, no pressure. I don't like high pressure sales. You know, those guys are like, yeah, come on in, ride a bike. It's cool. You know, they were getting pretty close to closing. So Terry's like, well, you can't go for a long ride. I'm like, I just want to go around the block. With the Pan America, and then I came back and I saw the Livewire, and you know, seen tons of reviews for them and stuff like that. I'm like, you mind if I take it around the parking lot? I'm not going to go, you know, very far. He's like, yeah, we're trying to bring all the bikes in, but go ahead. So I got to take it around the parking lot. That thing is so cool. I really like the Livewire. Electric motorcycles are the future.
Wow.
Actually, I don't believe that. I think that we'll have a good mix of electric and combustion engine motorcycles. And I think that's good. I think that's what we need. We don't need to be dependent on one source or the other.
Cool.
We need a good mix of both. I hope Harley is able to succeed with their exclusive Livewire branding. It's a fantastic motorcycle. They should be very proud of what they've done.
This thing's awesome. Oh my god.